Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very special episode of JaianMusic Notes. Last week, we talked about Yu Yu Hakusho tournament tactics. Today, I am here to announce that tomorrow, on July 15th, a brand new JaianMusic Notes, a JaianMusic album is dropping. It will be called Anime Arpeggios number 5, the Shinigami Score. But before I get into any of that, a big thank you to the sponsor of JaianMusic Notes, Laser Audio Technologies. If you use code JaianMusic at checkout, you get 30% off all creative effects plugins over there. They make incredible stuff such as Fram and Glow. And so I really highly recommend that if you're into music production, any type of plugin you need over there, they have for creative effects. And if you use code JaianMusic, you get 30% off at checkout. And every dollar generated from that code goes straight back into the podcast, such as GoPro Kyo, who does all of the artwork. This is going to be a very brief episode today to announce that the release of this album. It's going to be an Anime Arpeggios, which is essentially a brand new remastered version of my old covers with some new ones, all about Death Note. It's a total of 10 tracks, and it really cements and captures the whole aesthetic of Death Note. We have covers of Light's theme, The World, which is a big opening of Death Note, and a track that got featured on comicbook.com in the past, a work of mine. I'm going to have, a lot of L-based themes, so L's ideology, L's theme itself, and then light tracks like Kuroi Light or Low of Solipsism, which was a big track that when Light is going crazy running into Death Note. And so I'm very, very excited about this release. This one sits between the pocket of those old orchestral tracks that I made before, pivoting into an ambient music direction, and obviously some very ambient bass tracks, very slowed down, that you will understand very quickly. So these remastered versions and these new unreleased songs are going to be the perfect musical tapestry to take you through the Death Note musical universe. So please check out the link in the description. Go look up JaianMusic in Spotify, wherever you're listening to your soundtracks, and go give this album a listen. The Shinigami Score. It's going to be available on my YouTube channel. That's the best place to see it. If you subscribe, it's going to drop in your feed guaranteed. So just youtube.com/JaianMusic. Of course, JaianMusic.com, my website, JaianMusic Notes. Look it up in your favorite podcatcher to follow JaianMusic Notes. Give us a 5-star review. And a shout out to GoPro Kyo for the artwork of this album. A very simple black cover with just the writing Anime Arpeggios, the Shinigami Score. Right away, we know we're dealing with Death Note, so the vibe is installed right away. Very excited for you all to listen to it. Please go follow GoPro Kyo, who does all of the artwork, and use the code JaianMusic over at Laser Audio Technologies for a 30% off. And that's going to be it for today. Very brief announcement, album announcement podcast. This is just not an episode where there's going to be a lot. I don't want to spoil too much about the album. This is the content this week is the album. There's not going to be any new musical releases on Spotify until these 10 tracks are published individually each day of the week on my YouTube channel. So there's going to be new covers coming out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, this is just to give the time for the album to breathe in release radar and on Spotify and everything. So big thank you to everyone for listening to this episode, and I'll see you next week. Bye.